everyone, welcome back to the SwissCham podcast. My guest today is Mr. Han Jin, Global Board Member of the Mercuria Group and Group Head of Asia. Welcome.
Thank you.
You are one of the global leader in energy and commodities. What does it mean in numbers? What is your trading volume?
Okay, I just gave you the number for last year. Last year, our trading revenue is 174 billion US dollars. By volume, we just see in the oil terms, equivalent to oil terms, it's around 294 million metric tons. Size is quite big. We are top 4 private trading house in the world.
How do you handle the pressure and the responsibility to be one of the main global player in the world and to handle so much of the planet's commodities?
Mercuria, from day one, we have very strong risk system we set up. Until now, it's very completed, very great risk platform we can control properly. It's a key we can run in different commodity market to run in like this way to keep growing. If no, there's a proper risk management system, you cannot survive.
Mercuria has expanded very fast in recent years in infrastructure asset, in oil exploration. Was this a reaction to the shrinking profit margin from the more traditional trading?
Mercuria now is 19 years old until this year. We started 2004. That time we started only from crude oil trading. So that means like this year we diversify in different area because of shrink of profit. It means Mercuria accumulated a lot of profit, a lot of our equity already enlarged a lot. So we have a good and a base capacity. We expanded to the different area. It's business model issues. We truly believe if you want to develop very well, you need to diversify your business in different area. Only by traditional, only crude, not enough to compete in the market. Diversified can help you from other commodity to understand your commodity price.
How do you differentiate from other global players?
Our two founding member, Marco and Daniel, these two guys, very Swiss guy. These two guys truly and from bank background. Before that, they worked in Goldman, in Solomon Brothers. So Mercury, we set up another different. We more keep very, very high standard on compliance from day one. We more like an investment bank culture to driving our trading business. But only our activity is much beyond the bank activities, but a lot of control, like regulation and compliance issues, we follow all the banks and a rule to run in that. So we more strict compliance, limit a lot of business, but finally keep it selected, very healthy. And also for the staff, we different. You can see we only have max 1,200 people. So we like to have very limited people, high technology to support. This is what we truly believe. In the future also, AI will be there, digital world will give us a lot of added value. We'll try to upgrade our system much more advanced. We try to reduce people or keep the similar people, but the big business is the same. So we always keep like this efficient. It's different than other and our traders, our competitors, I can see.
You mentioned you are a Swiss company, very proud to be a Swiss company, but you are a global player, right? So is it possible to keep the Swiss culture on the global stage?
True. It's what's meaning Swiss culture? A lot of things. Swiss culture, one is a balance. And the balance and among all the culture, countries, politics, whatever. So we more balance. We develop a very global business. Each global business and each area abroad, we very respect the local culture. We keep the local more like a decision maker. Around the base, they should accept our risk system. So each local people, each area, they keep very key role to play our business. This means diversified, open mind to accept different culture. Is our Swiss culture. Second issue, what's the meaning of Swiss culture is quality. So as I mentioned before, business piece, we very selected. We very selected quality. We also keep very efficiency and precise to select what we need. So it means what business we can do, what we can control. If we feel we could not understand, not transparent enough, our capacity could not manage that properly, even it's a good piece of business.
So you are the head for Mercuria Asia, so the headquarters is here in Singapore, but what are the main markets for you, the most important markets for Mercuria in Asia?
I think China market is one of important for everyone. If you're running commodity trading, what's meaning commodity trading? Commodity means more related to the GDP growing, consuming heads, whatever. So China is one important part.
Yes, when we were discussing the other day, you told me when operating in Asia, it's impossible to avoid China.
China started to import, for my understanding, the numbers is 1988. That year, they import crude. The first time they import crude is around 3.7 million metric tons, in my memory, right? Today, it's around 520 million metric tons. The size, you can see how big. Other commodities, no need for me to mention, it's like iron ore for steel and purpose. You can see how big they import, almost 90%, and for whole import to China, and all the flow and from the sea, you can see move to China. So all the commodity, you put the numbers, how much influence they have by volumes are huge. And also today, if even not only for commodity, for macroeconomy, everybody follow that. If anything wrong, anything up and down, will impact the whole market. So today, nobody can avoid, whether you like it or dislike it, China quite important.
Exactly. I would say even most important is to understand China.
You are right. Understanding or understandable for China is quite important. When you understand, not enough. You should have strong execution. You should understand also patience. It's important. And also you have a right and target.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about China when it comes to trading, when it comes to business, especially from a Western point of view?
I think it's a difficult question. Yeah, I think China, especially culture issues. So if you don't understand them, not easy to trade. If you just a general understand, you feel business like this way running, just only by numbers, also not easy. I see China business, you need to build the trust. I just see they feel you have added value. They can trust you. You can bring and added value. Long-term run, you can be partner. Not only you play today, next year, 1 year, 2 years, short term. So build this trust. You should have a lot of effort. And today, it's not only size company is big. You need also a professional enough, have knowledge to understand what they need.
So you obviously know China, you understand China very well. So what is happening in China now? There is a slowdown. People are worried. What is the impact on Mercuria?
In the past 40 years, in the economy part, they're quite successful. But this model finished. Model already for 40 years. No country can keep this model 40 years. So they need to have corrections. Like any market price need correction, economy need correction. They need corrections. I think it's normal. But when they have correction, only how big is this correction? Very hard to estimate it. I think so far, if from my personal understanding, they try to find a way, how do they drive for next stage? Nobody know. But reasonably, everybody try to find. But I think important for the company like Mercuria or other company, they interested in China, participate for this part, for this stage, to find it together. Possible balance, they no need such only 2 or 3 factors can drive economy itself. China is so big. So whatever, all the area or different level, just to find your niche market, your niche area you try to develop, growing together. Possible next 2 or 3 years, suddenly everything, okay, China, another new model to running. Okay, you're already inside this model to drive together. I think it's opportunities.
And I would say that, the rules of international business have changed, and really companies need to understand the geopolitics, the interconnection between countries, the competition between countries, China and America in particular. And do you think that in the past few years, just before the war in Ukraine, investors have forgotten a little bit the importance of politics and geopolitics?
I just see back for the commodity trading business, they control the risk. It's important one is credit risk. Credit on top of all the details, like a country or political risk control, is always a priority. So like Russian-Ukraine issues give us a big lesson. So very volatility market last year is very big. In short of energy supply, people worried from beginning, right? And now you see come down, and everybody know how to handling this risk. A lot of things you cannot and predict it, unpredictable, definitely, and you cannot. So it's a reason your business you should control the reasonable size in the one country. You should understand the liquidity. If liquidity very slow, easy to be and in case anything beyond the control squeezed by market, you should reduce your volume. You should keep your business in the right size of the volume. It's quite important.
And talking about geopolitics and the Russia invasion of Ukraine, I understand Mercuria had, huge profit since the invasion, and because of what happened, rocked the energy sector, isn't it? So from this point of view, let's say, is an opportunity in crisis.
We never speculate any flight, price, whatever. We mainly try to understand the market, understand the fundamental. We each commodity we netting against each others. So it's not from this margin from the war, whatever, but only this market volatility give us opportunity. We can control the risk properly. We not take a very big mistake. We running properly, try to control the liquidity problem, try to control price in case anything wrong. We stop loss our position quickly. We also help our industrial partners to make their contract no default to keep running. A lot of this one give us a very busy time, but not means like this volatility give us a big price on the profit. Also, you can see it's also big risk ahead.
Is another big topic is the energy transition. We know the world is trying to transition to cleaner energy, also to fight climate change. What is Mercuria's role in this energy transition?
So you can see in the past from 2020 until 2022, we already invested $2 billion in this transition area in Europe, in USA. We're quite big. We developed quite big. So this one, I think, what Mercury role for that? You can the transition part. We call transition, not overnight you can make an achievement. A lot of risk also there. A company like Mercury, like this kind of companies, they can build the right commercial model, like a bridge for the capital market to the like industrial players, to the end users. If you write business models, you can help have more liquidity on the capital into this market. If not right commercial model, people always ask questions. For example, we build a very strong carbon trading team, and globally help us to understand what's the carbon price. If you don't understand the carbon price, how do you develop and the transition? Too many things you don't understand, and also important. The power is quite important. A lot of project like solar, wind farms, they related to the power. So like Mercuria, we can help to offtake this power contract. You can help the capital market or fund from the bank secure by your contract. They can invest the money to promote this construction. This is quite important. So many things we can do, not only for business model we're running.
So in 2020, Mercuria pledged that 50% of its investment would go into renewable energy. Are you on target? Is this happening?
Yeah, I think definitely, and also much beyond the target by procedures. And for example, in the past 3 years in USA, we invested on Broad Reach Power and also Jupiter Power. This one mainly for the battery storage and project. We invested already, quite successful there. And also in New Zealand, we have a ChargeNet and battery charge stations. I think it's largest in New Zealand. And Europe, we have M+P. This project for all the from the rubbish, we process it as a burning and a pellet. So it's from the recycling project. A lot of projects are not listed to you, but these kind of things are either in the Europe and in USA. Now we're on the way working in Asia.
To remain profitable, how much of the traditional way do you need to retain?
So cost is issues. And today is like traditional, like we call traditional, like energy, like this price, like these kind of things. So you should find a new like transition part. how is their replacement cost? How is their technology development? This one we have confidence, because we're confident technology will definitely great progress in next 10 years. This one can give a lot of opportunities. So if you see the margin or price, like these kind of things, it's very hard to figure out. I think transition is long term. Whatever margin, good or not good, as a company, you should have this responsibility you develop. It's green part, not only like you love to do or dislike to do. Like even the bank or your partners, they need to have some green part by percentage increased. This one, everybody, they take this role by responsibilities. Each one, they encourage you, you should do. And then it's like a general cost, a general and moving. You should follow this trend. You have no choice as a big company.
One last question. What does it all mean for consumers?
Definitely the benefit for the cost, you can be lower. Second issue, and especially after COVID, whatever, everybody know healthy is very important. So air, whatever, pollution, whatever, this one can make a lot of solution and a lot of good things for the daily life. People will love it. And I think all the area is very wider. So possible they can give a lot of synergy for different area you can develop. Possible can gain a lot of labor and working. A lot of area, not only focus on one certain area, this one can be 100 different areas, especially, and the transition rely on a lot of technology progress. So give opportunity to the young people or to a lot of different company, new opportunities to develop their area. All this one will impact our daily life a lot.
Thank you very much, Han-Jin, for your insight. Thank you for listening and for watching. Stay tuned for more conversation on Swiss companies in Singapore.